Hi everyone, it's Clyde at Vibrant Soap. Except for today, I'm not making soap, I'm making gingerbread people, something that I do every year, and I got really busy, so I've been trying to squeeze in soap making everywhere I can. But in the back of my head, I thought I have to make the gingerbread people because even though the young folk in my family are grown up, there's always that expectation that, oh boy, it's going to be gingerbread time. So I'm going to make that, and I'm going to make some baklava too. I hope that I can videotape that. But I thought in absence of the soap making, at least I can make this video on how I make my gingerbread people. And one of the things that I did long time ago is I made my own stencils to cut around to get just the right shape of gingerbread people that I wanted. So I've collected those, and just showing you a couple. And they really take some time because you have to cut around these with a knife, but it was worth it for me. But this year, since I don't have very much time, I finally found a tin cookie cutter that I can just press down and not have to trace around, so this is going to be helpful. I can't even remember where I picked that up, but I saw it on, I think in the off season. I grabbed it up right away. And here's another Santa version of a gingerbread person. And then the other thing I can't find are those little red hots. They used to be perfect for eyes, nose, and buttons. Can't find them anywhere. I don't know why, but I found these at the local grocery store. See if you can see those. They're little eyes. Of course, I can't really use them for buttons. I guess I could, but they'd be really strange buttons that are looking at you. So these are the things that I am going to decorate the gingerbread people with after I show you the ingredients and start mixing these up. I'll also show you how I ice them, and let's get started. So I looked all over the place for this recipe. Pretty much I can look at a recipe now and say, maybe that's not going to work. But when I saw this recipe, I thought, this is the one I want to use. I've been using this for so many years, I don't remember where I found it. But it's a recipe for whole wheat gingerbread cookies. And I'll just kind of tell you what's the ingredients. But I will type them up for you and put them in the description box if you're interested in making them. This is a cup of brown sugar, and I use the dark brown sugar. 1 cup of butter, 1 egg. And for the spices, I have 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. I've got my baking soda there. I've got some cloves there. That's a half a teaspoon. And then I have some ginger, and that's a teaspoon of the ginger. So let me get the butter going and get this cookie started. So I'm going to do a talk over since this is going to be really noisy, but my butter's already in there, and then I'll tell you in the voiceover what I'm adding. Going to add brown sugar. That's packed in there. Let's beat that in. So here's my 3 cups of regular flour and 1 cup of whole wheat flour, and I'm going to add the baking soda and the spices in there. Mix that up a little bit. And then I'm going to add that to my butter mixture. Then I'm going to add that to my butter mixture. I'm going to do that in thirds. So this is a very thick and sturdy dough. That's partially why I like it. So I like a dough that I can work with, but it still does need to be refrigerated before I cut it. And I like to knead in the last of the dry ingredients. Sort of kneading, but it's not kneading, it's just mixing it up. And it sure smells good with all that molasses and cinnamon, cloves, ginger. And I'm going to divide this so it cools down faster. And I find that I need time to work with a bit of this at a time anyway. So I'm going to break that up, kind of form it into a thick pancake, like a big giant hamburger. And I'm going to wrap it in plastic wrap. And the reason why I do that is it cools down faster, and I'm going to roll it down flat anyway, so this way there's less cracking when I roll it out. I can't really tell you how many cookies this makes because it really does depend on how thick you make the cookies and how big your cutters are. Okay, so in the fridge it's going to go for about 2 hours, and then I'll come back and roll it out and cut the cookies. So I hope you enjoyed the making of the gingerbread people this year. I only saved a little bit of the cookies for myself, and these are the pieces that I made, but I wanted to let you know how they taste. It's really crunchy, and you can taste the orange and the spices. I can taste cinnamon and the cloves and the ginger. It's a really full flavored gingerbread recipe, so it's really worth me looking for that recipe for years, and until I got just the right one, and now I use it every year. So I put the recipe in the description box down below if you'd like to try it. I'm going to savor this little piece. Thank you, and hope you have a great holiday. That's good.